what's up everybody, welcome to another video. Today we are going to make this digital clock. As you can see that's a digital clock and we can change the time format. So we can change the format. So now as you can see that it is in 24-hour formats, and let's also change it into the 12-hour formats, and that's it. We can change the formats and you can see that the time is perfectly matching with my computer time. And that's it, what we are going to make in this video. Hope you will like it. So no more talk, let's dive into it. So today is the day 14 of our 30 days 30 submits. So for the day 14, what we are going to make is we are going to make a digital clock. So we are going to make it, and if you are interested to check out this repo where I made this all interesting submits in 30 days 30 submits challenge, so I will put this link in the description. You can come and check out this repo. If you come, please give it a star. And also I already have an entire playlist about 30 days 30 submits where you can find all the videos about these 30 days 30 submits. So let's come back to our code here. So in the HTML, first of all, let's get a boilerplate here. So let me zoom in. So in the boilerplate, first of all, let's have a section. So in the section, I'll have a div with a class of clock, and here in the h1 I will have the demo placeholder for now. So let's say that 0000, and for now let's have the placeholder, and if I refresh I can see the placeholder as you can see here. Also make the M capital here. So that's it, and that's for our HTML for now. And also let's link the style sheet here. So link CSS, and in the style sheet, first of all we need a font here. So let's come to the fonts.google.com, and here let's search for Orbitron. So that's the font that we are going to use. So let's use the medium font and select this from here. Let's copy the embed tag and paste it in the top of our HTML, in the CSS. So after that, let's come here, and first of all let's remove all the unexpected gaps. So padding will be 0 and margin will be 0, and also say that box sizing will be the border box. So border box. Now we don't have any kind of extra gap here. So after that, in the HTML, let's apply the font. So font family will be Orbitron, and also let's have a sans serif as a fallback here. So as you can see that the font is already changed, and the font size will be something like 20 pixel for now, yeah, or you can make it bigger, so 30 pixel. So let's keep it 30 pixel. And after that, let's come to the section here, and for the section the height will be 100 v8 and the width will be 100%. And also let's say that display will be flex, and align items center, and justify content also center. So now as you can see that the clock is now in the center. And also let's have a background color. So I will have a blackish background color. Let me copy the color and paste it here. So if I save, as you can see that we have this background color, and also let's say that text alignment will be the center. That's fine for now. So after that, let's come to the actual clock. So it's in the section. So section.clock. Do we have the class here? Yes, we have the class. And here what I need, actually I need the color for our text. So color will be the cyan color. So if I save, the color is now cyan, as you can see. So that's it for our clock. And so now let's go to the JS part. So before that, in our HTML, let's have the script here. So script source will be main.js. So now we linked the JavaScript with our HTML. So in our JavaScript, first of all let's select the clock here. So constant clock element, so clock element, and document.query selector. So document.query selector, and just select the clock by the class of clock. So after that, what I can do actually, let's create a constant of date. So in our JavaScript we have a date function where we can get all the information of a date or time. So let's create a new instance of this date. So now we have this new instance of the date in our date constant. So let me just console log the date here so that we can see what is this date. So if I inspect, as you can see that we have this date from our line 4, yeah, and here as you can see that the date is August 6 2020, and this is the time in 24 hours format, and also the GMT is 600, and also this is the Bangladesh standard time because I am in now Bangladesh. So as you can see that we have the all information for our time and we are interested in this time, as you can see here. So let's get this. So for that, what I can do actually, I can get the time by saying something like date dot get hours. So it will give me the hours only. As you can see that it's 22 hours, and if I get the minutes, so get minutes, sorry, not millisecond, so minutes. So that's the minutes, and if you can see that that's the 16 minutes, and if I open my clock, as you can see that it's already 16 minutes, as you can see. So we can get the time from our date, and actually let's grab those time here. So constant hours or hour equals to date dot get hours, so hours, and that's the hour, and also let's have the minutes. So min equals to date dot get minutes, and it will give me the minutes, and also let's have the seconds here. So constant second will be date dot get seconds. So now we have the seconds, minutes, and also the hours of our date. So we can just display it in our this time here. So how we can do that? We can do it easily. So we already selected the clock here, as you can see, and what I can do now, clock element dot inner HTML. So I can do something like in the template string, I can just place the hour first, and after that let's place the minutes here, and also let's place the seconds here, and in the end let's have the AM or PM. So for now let's actually have the AM. So we will also change it dynamically. As you can see that it's already working, but the font is kind of a smaller. So because we don't have now the heading, so actually let's have the heading that we have here. As you can see that in the clock we have a heading, so let's have those heading in the our inner HTML also. So let's create the opening tag here, heading, and also the closing tag here. So now as you can see that the size of our font is back. So here as you can see that we have now the time, and it is actually the perfect time. It is, as you can see that it's in the 24 hours now. My time is 12 hours, as you can see. That's why I can see the 22 here, I can see the 10. So that's not the issue, so we can change it. So before that actually I need to update my time every second. So for that, what I can do actually, I can do something like a set interval. So in the set interval it will take two parameters. So the first parameter is the callback function. So let's create a callback function here. So let's say that generate time. So generate time. So the second parameter will be the amount of time. So let's say that it will be the 1000 milliseconds. So in every 1000 millisecond we will call this generate time function. So let's create this generate time function here. So function here and generate time. So in this function what I will do the same thing that I did here. So just copy this all the thing and paste it inside our generate function. So now if I save, you can see that our time is now changing in every second, as you can see here. So after that, let's have the format changer. So how we can do the format changer? So in our section after the clock div, we can create another div with a class of format. So format, here in this format I will have a h1 or something like h2, which will say that format. So in this div I will also have a button which will say that 12 hours, and also let's say that another button for 24 hours. So if I save, as you can see that that's the format that we have, and that's perfect for now. So let's style it. So here in our section also, let's say that flex direction will be the column. So as you can see that the direction of the flex is now in column, and we have our format is under this time. So let's style this format here. So in the format, the color I want is something like this aquamarine color. Yeah, and also let's say that font size will be something like 24 pixel. Yeah, perfect. And also let's have a margin in the top of 30 pixel. So perfect. And also let's style these buttons. So dot formats, and we have button here under the format, and for the padding I will have something like 10 pixel and 20 pixel, and also let's say that the border will be none, and also outline will be none for now. And also let's say that the font size will be something like 18 pixel. And if I save, as you can see, that's the buttons. And also font family, so font family will be something like the one which we already installed, so Orbitron. So Orbitron, yeah, that's the font. And also let's have a border radius here. So border radius 4 pixel will enough for now, and that's it for now actually. And the last thing, I will have a cursor pointer here, and also a margin. Yeah, perfect for now. So we have those formats button here, and let's come to the our JS and just select those format buttons. So constant buttons document dot query selector, and we select all. So because we have multiple buttons here, so let's say that in the format we have button, and we wanna select all the buttons. So now we have these buttons, and so here in our HTML, first of all we need to set some data attribute. So in our these buttons we will have some data attributes. So in the 12 hours, let's say that data dash format, and I wanna have the 12 hour. So data dot format, and I wanna have the value of 12. So also same for our 24 hours. So data dot format dash format actually will be 24 hours. So let's also have those data attribute in our the clock div. So let's say that data format, and for now let's say that as a default we will have 12. And if I save, now in our JavaScript we can work with those data format. So let's come here in our JavaScript, and first of all for the buttons let's add an event listener. So for buttons dot for each, and let's say that in each button what I want actually, I want to add an event listener. So a button dot add event listener. So I want to have a click event. So click event, and when we click the button, what I want to do actually, I want to run this function. So in this function what we will do, so in this function first of all let's get the format. So for that let's also create a variable here. So let format. So now what I can do, whenever I click any of those buttons, I wanna get the data format, which is this one. So let's say that I click these 12 hours, I wanna get this data format from the 12 hours, which is 12. So if I click 24, we will get the data format from the 24 button. I can say something like format equals to, so button dot get attribute. So I will get the attribute. So which one? So it's the data format. So now whenever I click, I will get the data format attribute, which is stored inside our format. After that I wanna change the data format in our this clock div, as you can see here. So let's change it. So after that let's say that clock element dot set attribute. So which one we want to update is the data format. so data format, and what will be the new value? So the new value will be this format that we got from the clicked buttons. So let's say that format. So if I save and if I open my inspect here, notice this div here. So the data format is now 12, and if I click the 24, as you can see that it's 24, and if I click once again 12, it's changed by our click. So after that, what I need actually, I need to apply it in our this generate time. So when we are generating this time, as you can see here, we need to apply this data format. So how we can do that? So for that we can check it very easily. So let's check it. So if our, so here let's check that if our format is equals to 12, means I am checking this format. If this is equals to 12, what I wanna do? So here what I need to do actually, I need to change the hour. Now we have the hour in 24 hours format, we need to convert it into the 12 hours. So let's say that the new hour will be, if we check the hour here, so hour, if hour is bigger than 12, means it is something like 13, 14 and 24. So what I need actually, I need to divide it by 12, not divide actually, we need to mod it by 12. So let's say that hour mod by 12, so that will give us the rest of our time after the 12. So after that, if it is not actually bigger than 12, what I need actually, I don't want to change anything, I want my hours back. So I just need to say that if it is not bigger than 12, I wanna return only the hour that we have here. So if I save, as you can see that nothing is happening because in the initial state this format is empty. So when we will generate the time, we will initialize it. So let's say that the format will be, let's say that clock element dot get attribute, and I wanna get the attribute of data format. So it's not doing anything because we have an error here. As you can see that we are changing hours here, so we are getting the new value of hours according to our formats. So for that, what we need actually, we need to change this hour, but if you can see that this is a constant, we can't change a constant. So for that, let's actually make it let variable so that we can change it. So if I save, as you can see that now our time in the format, which is the 12 format, as you can see, so it's perfect, as you can see that. So now as you can see that we have now perfectly formatted our time in 12 hours. So let's also click the 24 hours. So now as you can see that now our time is back in 24 hours format. So because we are doing this only when our time format is 12 hours. Whenever the time format is 24 hours, we just skip this if statement and we will come back to our old hour here we are getting from the get hours. So perfect. So after that, if you can notice that whenever I'll click, there is a pause here. So to remove the pause, what we can do actually, even listener, whenever we will click, we just can call the generate time manually direct from the even listener. So now it will change the time. As you can see that we don't have the pause anymore. So perfect. Now we have the perfect time. And the last thing we need actually, we need to change these AM and PM, the status of our time dynamically. So we can do it very easily. So let's say that constant time status. So here what we will do actually, we will check this hour, and if this hour is bigger than 12, what we will do actually, we will set it PM, else we will set it AM. So we can do it very easily. So let's say that if hour is bigger than 12, what we will have is actually, we will return PM, else what we will return AM. So perfect. And now we just need to apply this time status in our this HTML here. So let's say that time status instead of this. So now you can see that it's saying that PM and it is perfectly PM in my local time. So we can change the time format here, and the AM and PM will change automatically. So that's it for this video. I hope you like it, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe the channel. So my name is Arfan and I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, Khuda Hafiz.